Good morning. Come with me to my son's follow-up appointment, because why not?
This is confidence, baby. Walking like the world already know I'm the greatest. Head high, soft smile, and my heart's so spacious. I love who I am, and it feels contagious. Yeah, confidence, baby. Every step I take feels so courageous. I'm finally living life unapologetic. My glow now always magnetic.
Follow-up appointment. We're gonna go and switch vans because my grandma's car does not have an adequate amount of heat to reach the back of the car, and that's really irritating. I'm not gonna hold you. So, oh yeah, no, it's like little, and if you hit any of the regular buttons, it doesn't come on. So we're gonna go switch cars. It's 25 degrees out here, and it apparently feels like 18. I don't know, but I'm gonna go head to my dad, get the gas money, and then head to my aunt's job and get her car, and then we're gonna head to Tallahassee. I'm almost certain his appointment is at 10:30. I am though gonna call and make sure, because yeah, it don't make sense for it to be at 9 when they open at 9. So I'm gonna call and make sure that it's at 10:30. I also have to call to make sure that his insurance did the thing with the thing, because if they didn't, that's also going to put a damper in my little appointment plans today, and that basically would mean I drove all the way to Tallahassee for no apparent reason. So yeah, we are on our way. So I am going to go ahead and give you guys basically the rundown over this weekend. I tried to do it in previous videos, but I wasn't making sense. I'm not gonna hold you. I was not making sense. But here's basically how my weekend went. Friday night, everything was good and dandy. However, we woke up Friday night. You know, he has hypoglycemia. I don't know if I actually ever mentioned that in any of my vlogs. That's why we go to the endocrine. That was in the first video I ever posted, so I know that's in there. He goes to an endocrine for it. He goes to genetics for it. We will have to make another trip to genetics as well. We're thinking more along the lines that it's a glycogen storage disease issue, because they don't think it's diabetes. They ran all the tests. They said nothing in his system is proven that it's diabetes. So they think it's a storage issue, which is fine and dandy as long as there's a way to treat it. One of them said if it's ketotic hypoglycemia, they grow out of it, which is again good, great. And the only way to manage it is what we've been doing. But Friday night, he goes to bed. He didn't eat. He's a picky eater, so he didn't eat that night. So I did give him his juice mix. It has to be mixed with cornstarch and apple juice. I gave him his juice mix and sitting in the bed. So, and before anybody hop in the comments, if he's a picky eater, why not just feed him something? Because when he has it in his mind that he's not going to eat, he's not going to eat. There's nothing I can do. I didn't offer him cereal. I didn't offer him yogurt that night. I didn't offer him some of anything that I could possibly think of to get him to eat, and he just wasn't feeling it. No, he wasn't sick. That was a question that's asked a lot, because also if you're sick, you know, your sugar's going to automatically decline and drop or whatever. So he's not sick. It just happens at random out of the blue. Sometimes it's controllable, sometimes it's not, and this is one of the cases where it was not. We he ended up waking up at 1. His sugar was a 60 at 1 a.m. So I gave him orange juice, brought it up, and put him back to bed. I was gonna check it at, you're supposed to check it 15 minutes later. It was 1 a.m. We didn't sleep the night prior, and I clearly wasn't going to sleep this last night, Friday night apparently. So 1 a.m. we check it, give him orange juice, and we both fall asleep before the 15-minute check. He's in his bed. I go to my room. We sleep. I'm asleep at this point, trying to at least, and his brother's like, Mom, around 3 a.m. he's been throwing up. Go in his room. He has puke all over his bed. Goes into his brother's room. He also puked one time on his brother's bed. I have to wash at least 4 stuffed animals, including because he puked on them. But at the time, it's 3 a.m. in the morning, so I'm checking his blood sugar, trying not, like when I say I was trying my hardest not to drag them out in the cold, I just was not feeling it. So I check it, it's 45, bring it up to a 59, drops again to another 45, bring it back up to a 60, drops again, and every time we gave him something, he threw it up, so it was like, what the hell? By the time, I think we left around 7, going on 8 o'clock, got him to Quincy Hospital. The hospital did all the vitals, did all the blood work. He was like severely dehydrated. They couldn't even get a vein in him. They an IV in him good. They had to go through and get a one of the IV machines just to like find his vein. And the one they did find was right above the artery, so he didn't want it because he was like, I don't want to nick the artery. So they ended up having to get an IV machine on him. We sat all day Saturday because when we got to the hospital, from my 60, it dropped again to a 44 this time. So they ended up, oh God, it's cold. They ended up giving him D20, D40. One of them. It's basically sugar water solution to bring it up. It worked too fucking well. They got it all the way up to a 290. Now the problem was bringing it down, but bringing it down where it's in like an okay spot. Like I think 100 is it's 70 to 100 is a good range, but they will go over with a little of over 100 in his situation. They're okay with it being a little over 100, but homie brought it all the way up to 290, so we had to bring it down. The issue with bringing it down was that it took a minute. It honestly took a minute. By the time they got his CT back, his CT was normal. His blood work was abnormal. He had a elevated level of white blood cells, and that's obviously saying something's wrong. And it was something else. Oh, that's how they also found out he was dehydrated. His Pedialyte was all everywhere. So they were like, we're gonna admit y'all to TMH. He called TMH to try and get a bed up for us on the pediatric ward up there. TMH was just like, we're not gonna take him. I'm gonna tell you why we're not gonna take him. His issue with his history and with him already going out to Shands for testing, send him out there so that they can see what's actually going on and see how they can fix and manage it, and then they'll deal with it from there. Because the only thing we're gonna do is send him to Shands anyway. So it'll be pointless for him to come all the way out here. Just send him all the way out there. We get all the way to Shands, y'all. I'm not gonna hold you. The pediatric floor, they did really great with him. They was really good about honestly not waking me up. I'm not even gonna hold you. But he was up all night again. He was up all night. That entire night. Every time they came in, I winked out, opened an eye, but I slept. I attempted to sleep, but they came in, they checked them, they said the highest, they got it from a 290, no, it was a 215 when we got to Gainesville, 215 to an 82 for us to be released. And that night, that night and that afternoon, that crew was fucking amazing, y'all. I'm not gonna hold you, they were amazing. And they were on top of their shit. Like, any questions I had, they had answers. It was really nice. They set up follow-up appointment with genetics. So I have to wait. I'm waiting on genetics call to figure out when that appointment will be. But yeah, we got released. So now it's just a bunch of follow-ups that we're going through right now, including this one. But these last couple days over the weekend was hell. It was hell. But we're fine. He's fine right now. Like I said, it's a little elevated. This morning when I checked it though, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. It's at 92. So we're there. We're there. But I'm gonna hop off the phone and try and hop on a call because I got a call. I don't know who I gotta call this one. Oh, SSI about something. So I will call y'all back. I'll hop back on here in a second. What is he?
The doctor.
Yes, sir. Time to
He's a
round
cowboy
us up an
doctor.
adventure.
Okay, so you guys, we did finish up today. We kind of got home around about 4. No, 2, and we took us a nap. But everything ended up okay today. We did everything we needed to do. It was relatively productive. We did what we needed and then some. Got some of that done. So now it's just a waiting game. We go to the endocrine for him Monday. So to see what's what with that. We do have a few follow-up appointments. Not follow-up, but we do have a few extra appointments coming up too. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just hoping that it works out for us. But he's been good right now. His sugars are 125. He's active and playing around, so I'm trying not to be too concerned about him. But I do still do his. I did pick back up on his cornstarch with apple juice supplement for him because apparently that's what works. But we did go through his insurance to get us a case manager for him because I'm not saying that they're not taking us serious, but since we've been down here, they've basically been taking care of him and we don't have a diagnosis. So I went through them to try and, hurry the process, not to kind of get an answer. I hate the word hurry, but to get an answer for what's going on and an adequate, there we go. Sorry, y'all, an adequate treatment for him because it's starting to get scary. But yeah, y'all, we went and did what we had to do and that was really it. Nothing too fancy. No real updates or anything. And then I go back to work tomorrow. I'm excited. I got to work tomorrow at 10.
I just wish my dad understood the business.
And I feel like that's a little late, but who am I, right? I'm just excited to go back. It's been a long weekend. And you guys, I do want to come in here and say how grateful I am for my boss because once she found out that what was going on, she's been making moves and ways for me to basically be there for my kid without it taking away my hours from work. And she's been adequate about it, and I appreciate her so much. Adamant. And I do appreciate her so much, y'all. But yeah, that's the update. There's no answers. Hopefully Monday we'll get a step to something. Because we did end up having to move his appointment up. So hopefully Monday we get an answer somewhere along those lines. And I'll pop back in to give you guys an actual update on that too. Because it's a lot, y'all. It is a lot. But we're getting through it. Anyways, good night, y'all. I will see you guys next week.